As a kid, I had a lot of trauma that I didn't know how to cope with, and these drugs and substances really just covered it. There was a hockey injury where I got prescribed Percocets, and that just really opened up the door to numbing this pain. So from the Percocets, it went to painkillers like hydromorphs. Then the hydromorphs just snowballed into heroin, and then fentanyl came out. Everywhere I went in society, I was looked down on, and just walking into a building, you can feel the eyes on your back, you can feel the unwelcomeness. You're just a person struggling, you're a person with problems, and it just looks different than other people. There was a CTS in Toronto that I went to rehab, and I wasn't ready to go to rehab, so I cut off and I went downtown and I scored dope. And that dope, instead of going to a stairwell and using, there was a CTS, and I went into that CTS and I used it and I overdosed. And they Narcaned me, and they kept me there for 3 hours and gave me the medical treatment that I needed.
I was driving around looking for him because I knew what had happened, I just didn't know where he was. So honestly, I was looking for a dead body. And then he called me, and by that point in time, he was leaving the CTS and he was going down to the hospital to get the approval to go to rehab. If Jorden wouldn't have had a CTS available to him, I wouldn't have a husband, I wouldn't have children, I wouldn't have a family, I wouldn't have the life that I have now. And so I was really happy that the CTS was there, because otherwise he would have been dead. Yeah.
The biggest misconception that I can think of is that people are hopeless. That people can't change. That they are what you see. You see somebody struggling, right? And you're like, oh, that's all they'll be. That's all they'll ever be. But that's the biggest misconception, because I was the biggest lost cause, no hope, end of the barrel. And I'm sitting here before you today, and I'm talking about this and spreading the message that people can change, that nobody is too far gone.